This is what second episode. How we survived with just our second episode? Who fucking knows? I don't know how we're not even cancelled yet. But that is what it is. We're now joined by Lee. I think he's went to Turkish barbers. We don't know what's happened to him. He's actually staying overtime as usual. But we are joined by a handsome man. We are first guest.
Oh,
Who knew we would have
I
a
wouldn't go that
first?
far.
Who knew we would have a first guest on the second episode? Who knew?
That's good on the second episode.
I mean, we're probably doing better than any other film podcast right now. We're just saying we are first guest. Just just putting it out there, you know. I don't know. Is your audio working? I should have just asked that in the first place.
Yours is?
Are you? Hopefully
Who's
that's
ours?
Yep. Okay. Right.
Yeah, so good.
That's good.
Delay, but it.
What was I going to say now? Aye. So, Sam, what is your underrated genre of film? So like that.
Most underrated
Aye.
genre of film.
Aye. That you just think, like, how the fuck is this underrated? Like that, you know?
Oh goodness. Well, I would have said a western, but they seem to be on a bit of a comeback at the moment. I'd probably go romance. I think
Romance.
it's actually quite underrated. Yeah, recently I've been watching, funnily enough, quite a few romance flicks.
I wonder why that is. Honestly.
No reason at all.
What you've been watching anyway? Like just the romances?
What have we done? We've done Meet Joe Black.
Yeah.
Which is an old favourite of mine. Absolutely love that film.
The Notebook. That was good.
The Notebook was phenomenal. Yeah.
That's on my list.
Yes, I love you.
Yes, I love you.
Yeah. That's been about it. Only 3. I'm sure we've done all. But yeah, no, it's they get some really good writing, and send you on a nice wee story. Meet Joe Black in particular, I've loved that film for years and years and years.
What's that about?
For Brad Pitt. I was going to say no spoilers, but it is like 21 years old. So
yeah, I was going to say.
So Brad Pitt comes back. Anthony Hopkins plays this kind of media tycoon, and Brad Pitt is Death, and he comes to Earth and takes over the body of a young man. Who Anthony Hopkins' daughter happened to meet one day, and basically there was a love at first sight situation. And he takes over his body, comes back to Anthony Hopkins and says, "Listen, I want you to show me around because you're a gentleman of such worth, such worthiness and worldliness that I want you to show me what life is all about." And at the same time, he kind of falls in love with his daughter. As Death, but there's corporate espionage, there's family bickering, there's inheritance going on. It's just got it all.
So,
and of course, got Brad Pitt.
You can't go wrong with Brad Pitt. You've won me over with Brad Pitt.
Yeah, and he plays Brad Pitt a lot of the time. So,
phenomenal sex scene.
not a bad wee sex scene either. Yeah, not bad.
It's not bad. I'll have a wee chug at that one, you know. What was I going So what made you like that one? Is like is it like your all-time favourite romance film, or is it just a favourite?
At the moment it is, yeah. But I think it's more because it's got a kind of a sci-fi element or a kind of adult thriller theme, and it's just a concept. The concept of death comes back to find out what life is like, and through that journey, actually discovers that he's pretty human, and ends up falling in love himself. And I think Anthony Hopkins, the confrontation between Anthony Hopkins trying to defend his daughter, and him in the face of death saying, I'll take. He actually challenges him at one stage, threatens death at one stage, trying to protect his daughter, and he just comes across as such a good guy. Yeah, very interesting film, and a glorious, absolutely glorious soundtrack, and the visuals are just sumptuous, absolutely sumptuous, and it's a beautiful ending as well.
Aye.
It's, if you want to sit in with the missus and have a wonderful time, then yeah, that's a film I would definitely recommend.
Pam and her 5 sisters, but that'll do.
Listen, you can do a lot worse. Absolutely.
Aye, that is true. I thought my romance, like compared to like that film you've just picked, I was like, fuck, that sounds like a mental romance film. And he tells me with my generic pick is when Harry met Sally.
That's a good film. Classic.
Just Billy
Yeah,
Crystal,
classic.
man. He's just fucking great. Love him.
And Meg Green,
Aye.
probably the best orgasm ever caught on film. Like, no,
And you've got
Good
Gary
film.
Fisher, no?
it's hitting all the major food groups, that one.
Aye. Speaking of Sally, which was your favourite romance film?
Mine's probably The Notebook. Typical girly choice. But I just think it's such a the twist at the end. The first time you watch it, and
Don't
the
spoil
twist
it.
at the end.
I want to go see it myself.
No, I won't. But the twist at the end, you're like, oh my god, no way. But it's just such a lovely story, and you can tell that they were completely destined to be together forever. No matter where their life twisted and turned, they always grew back to one another. So it's quite nice. But yeah, I think it's a nice era as well, because it's still when you'd go on dates and woo one another rather than just expect sex when you first start dating and stuff. So I think it's nice. It's a nice film.
Nice.
And it's also the same year that Rachel McAdams did Mean Girls and The Notebook. They both came out the same year. So there's such a contrast in the roles. So it's quite funny to do that as well. So
I wonder
and Ryan Gosling, you can't go wrong.
That's true. Every film he's been in. Funnily enough, I just go see the new film he just made, the Fall Guy. I've just got that on Steelbook. I've not seen it yet, but I was like, I need to watch it because it's based off a TV show. I'm sure, like in the 70s, 80s.
The original. Yeah.
So
God, I've seen it.
I was like, I may as well watch that. But one of my other questions was see how you always get these worlds. Feel like you get the Mad Max worlds and superhero shit.
But people are out to kill you all the time.
Already live in it, mate.
I was gonna say, all living in it.
Which film? I think I like the world. I like Inception.
You like Inception?
Christopher Nolan's one. Yeah, I love that film. Oh, I still love that film.
I'm the complete opposite.
Don't.
I couldn't get it.
But I love the fact just if you can dream it, basically it can become real.
Aye.
Also, zero gravity kung fu. I mean, that's a dream. That is the dream.
It's true. I'll get that.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool. Excellent world building, I think.
What was it like?
What about you?
Yeah, maybe you.
Yeah. I'll just go fuck myself with that one myself. No, the Matrix. I was gonna say no, the Matrix. Mad Max.
Yeah.
Mad Max. Holy, you're brave.
I love that whole.
The original Mad Max
That
or the remake, the new ones.
I was got to say.
Because they are.
I was got to say Mad Max 2, but they kind of just wear gimp suits in a way. So I'm like, well, because
That's right up your alley, then, mate.
Because see if you think about it, it's even the one of the villains, the one that gets kind of hot with the boomerang. He's wearing assless chaps and all. Like his ass is full out. Because I was really watching it a few years ago, and I'm like,
just engraved in his brain. Everybody else was Christina Aguilera and dirty.
No,
not Logan.
Grown man and assless chaps. That's it. That's how it should be. I don't know. I like the Bath world. So I mean, right. I don't. No, right. I'm gonna go with the new world. This is a hard choice for me because I love the two of them, but I've got to go with the new one. The style, the motors, and you've got the war boys. You can't go wrong with them. I mean, you'd like to hit them a bit, but That's just me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen was it Furiosa?
I liked
Pretty
it.
good.
I liked it, but it's just no Mad Max. Like, although Mad Max, like, see if you think about Mad Max himself, he's never like the main character. He's always like the side character that just gets into stuff, and he's always like that kind of guy. But Anna Taylor-Joy does do a better Furiosa compared to can't remember.
big.
Aye, I just couldn't get into hers that Furiosa. Although the beef with her and Tom Hardy, like, come on.
Yeah. Yeah. Apparently that overshadowed quite a lot of the film. But I think she's pretty damn good in everything she's in. But she's almost a Brad Pitt figure. She's starting to play herself all the time. You know?
Really?
Which is a shame because some of her earlier stuff is she puts her heart, absolute heart and soul into it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you take the Furiosa and then take the same lassie she played in The Old Guard, did you see that on Netflix?
No, I don't. This is the thing. I don't think I've ever seen any of her films except for Fury Road. I'm trying to think, but I can't picture her.
Yeah.
Hancock.
Is she the wife?
Yeah.
Will Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
She was
yeah.
in Hancock. She did. I think she won her Oscar for Monster, where she plays like a female serial killer. But wow, what a performance! Yeah, she's definitely got acting chops.
Is that the one she's unrecognizable? Like, she's in like a lot of makeup. I think I've heard about
Yeah,
that
big
one.
stuff. Yeah, well worth a watch. She's nuts, absolutely nuts. In that one.
Aye, is there like a film you could just watch over and over and over?
Oh, geez. I went through a period, and I'm not proud of this. Right. I went through a period of being addicted to The Matrix Reloaded.
That's the last
Don't
one.
ask me what. That's the second one.
Oh, right.
With the
worse.
the battle on the staircase.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I've just that film just touched me in strange ways. So I kept going back to it. Then I had Inception again. Kept watching that. Dream Within a Dream. But now, go-to film. Oh, you've hit me hard with that. I don't really have a go-to film at the moment. I just watch whatever comes on.
What you mean is you watch what Sarah watches?
It's a negotiation. It's a tense negotiation. But yeah. But anything with Christopher Nolan as director and anything with the Denis Villeneuve directing, I'll watch that in a heartbeat.
Have you seen Oppenheimer yet?
Yes, I have seen it.
Is it?
Pretty good. Yeah, very happy. I did see. Did you watch Tenet?
Oh, I loved Tenet.
Did you?
Aye, I loved it. Did you not like it?
I was lost completely.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean,
wow.
not completely. I just there was parts of it where I just didn't get. Like when he comes back and he has to hear the fight with himself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why does he shoot the gun at himself? that still blows me away.
Aye.
I think like Christopher Nolan he's got a reputation for taking complex ideas and making them very understandable for a broader audience.
Mm-hmm.
I think with Tenet, he missed the mark just a bit too much.
You think so?
And I think a lot of people didn't quite get it. I definitely didn't get it.
I'm surprised because a lot of people were the main issue people were complaining was about the audio mix, which I seen that in cinema during COVID. I don't remember it rang with that film at all. Like, people kept complaining about the audio and it was very distorted in it. I'm like, what cinema did people go to? Because I'm like, I just seen this in Noddy and it was alright.
I've noticed the same with. Sorry. On you go, mate. Sorry, on you go.
No, on you go.
I was going to say I noticed the same thing with Dunkirk. I don't know if you've seen Dunkirk, which I think is an absolute Nolan's one of his masterpieces.
There's only two that I've never seen, and that's Dunkirk and what's the other one? No Inception.
Memento.
No, I've seen Memento. What's the one? Matthew McConaughey.
Oh, Interstellar. Oh, mate.
Still never seen
That's a good film. We watched that.
That's
Good.
something I've never seen. I've
Okay.
seen every single one. Like even Memento. Memento is underrated.
Well, if you get the chance, if you're going to watch Dunkirk, if you can watch it in an IMAX, it's absolutely mind blowing. It's so good. Interstellar, just watching your TV and put the volume up because it's really powerful stuff. Very powerful.
Did you
Yeah,
see
amazing.
Did you see Oppenheimer in IMAX?
Yes, I did.
What
Yes,
an
I did.
experience that is. Like just for that bomb scene.
Blown away.
Holy shit.
Yeah, yeah, he did. Yeah, I think he's one of those. He's the master of the medium. He knows how to use IMAX. He knows where to get the cameras in, and the things he can do with his cinematographer, who I forget. I think he's a Dutch chappie.
Is it it's the same guy that does
He's just phenomenal.
1912?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Fuck it, if
Someone
I rhyme,
Google it.
Someone's probably shouting in the comments, is this guy? We don't really give a shit, let's be honest. Roger Deakins, that's Roger Deakins, that's it.
Roger Deakins.
Roger
Okay. Was he for that? He was on Dunkirk.
He was the guy done Blade Runner as well. He done the CGI for it, I'm sure.
Okay, nice.
Um,
I need to check this. I don't have my my figures casting crew.
I bet you Sally knows this.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely not checking the IMDb just now at all. No chance.
Which, to be fair, they should be sponsoring us.
Casting crew. Who's the casting crew? Podcast. Casting crew. Cinematography by. Oh, there we go. Hoyte van Hoytema.
Okay, I was so off by that one.
Who I think's Dutch. He did Oppenheimer. I'm sure might have worked with Deakins out as well.
Probably, because I know a lot of them get their stuff get learned after Deakins anyway. We'll cut to the questions and go to what was one of the main titles in the episode is about Deadpool and Wolverine, which funnily enough just hit 1 billion at the box office. We had 220 million budget, which is still insane for a superhero film. I'm not gonna lie.
It's a winner.
So
I loved it.
What do you think?
I loved it.
I thought it was brilliant. Like it had me laughing. It had me. I've never actually seen the origin story of Wolverine, so I've never seen the Logan film. A lot of the bits, a lot of bits of it
Okay.
that they were referencing, I'm a bit like, okay, if you say so, but it wasn't too much that it wasn't able to keep up. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I did.
Well, that's got to be one of my questions because it's one of the things I was thinking about was I mean, obviously spoilers if you've not seen the film, but if you've not seen the film, go fuck yourself and don't know why you're watching it. But all the cameos, like, pretty much, all the cameos, like, see, like the big one, it was like holy shit for me was Blade. Funnily enough, we reviewed Blade last week, last episode, so that was what a ballpark with that one. Did you understand the cameos, Sally?
Most of them, yeah. I got like the fact that it was all the different. So obviously, I know that Ryan Reynolds was in Blade because who wouldn't remember that? I don't. It's been such a long time since I saw Elektra. It did make me want to watch it again, though. But I don't know why she was there. If there's a link between,
I think it was just
Hugh Jackman or.
I think it was just to add like the old, because it was Fox. Like to me, like, obviously this was basically like a love letter, kind of goodbye letter to the Fox industry, because obviously now Disney owns Fox. So they're basically doing all the Fox characters. Like obviously you've got Blade, you've got Elektra, Johnny Storm. Aye, Johnny Storm for Fantastic Four. And
it's brilliant! Oh my god,
how good!
Because I was like, oh my god, Cap, you're swearing. oh my god! And then he's like, no, bring him on. I was like,
I was getting jabbed in the ribs going, "Stop on it."
I think I was the opposite.
Oh,
I was like,
brilliant.
this is Johnny Storm, man. This is fucking Fantastic Four.
but yeah, I love that bit. I was like, oh, that's brilliant. And then it cuts to the bit where he actually said what he said in the little globe.
The post-credits scene.
That was brilliant.
So what was the both of your favourite parts of the film anyway?
I think seeing Blake in her cat suit.
Right, that's
Mrs.
definitely up there.
Mrs. Deadpool, Lady Deadpool.
I did love Nice Pool. Nice Pool being
Yeah,
used,
Nice
being
Pool,
used as the human shield, and it was just beautiful. Look, there's I'll get you onto that hot dog stand, and maybe we can bring you back to life. Just a thing of beauty.
It's even before that, he's like, oh, I can break the fourth wall too, and he says, what was it, the proposal, and then Deadpool's like, bitch, you think that's what I do? I'm like, that's great. But I just like how they just tore into the MCU. Like even though like the new phase, I don't know what phase we're in anymore with the Marvel stuff, but even like everything's been terrible the new with the multiverse stuff. Like Deadpool even notices it, like, oh, you've joined it at a low point in the new. I was like, I'm surprised they'd even like take jabs at the MCU.
Beautiful comedy. Yeah.
I loved Happy being in there, and him being sort of cut down by Deadpool. I thought that was really good.
Oh, the fight scene, Wolverine and Deadpool and the Nissan Odyssey.
Oh, Nissan
Yes.
Odyssey.
I nearly wet myself.
It
I was
it's
like,
pretty much a
just
sex
superb.
scene for the nerds. That's what I call it. I was like, I love this.
Beautiful. Just two indestructible people ripping lumps out of one another. And just,
I love the intro. Like, see the intro, he just uses like Wolverine's like bones in that to kill the TVA. I was like, they know how to make
the disrespect.
But
it was good to link all them things. So like obviously the TVA for me was like Loki and his little thing. So I thought linking things linking things with the Marvel universe, like I just thought it was really clever and really well done.
Yeah, I think I was.
And the big nerd in me was very excited about it. I'm like this.
Get off me.
They ended coming out with bruises because I'm like,
And then, of course, we stayed to the end, and we thought, and I was thinking it was going to be the reveal that the TVA guy was Loki. I thought that was that was going to be the big reveal.
And I've not seen Loki season 2. I didn't know this was even out. Like this was so under the radar, and I thought, was this got to connect to like you were saying, like is Loki got to show up or something with the TVA, or like even Owen Wilson? Even Owen Wilson, I'd be like, oh, he's here. Would you think of the Thor scene? Like, why is Thor crying? Do you think that actually leads to Secret Wars in a way, or do you think that's just a little gag to the old Thor films?
I think it's just a little gag, to be honest. I don't see how they can connect really, because Deadpool has a potty mouth, and I think in the whole of the Avengers films, I think there's only like 4 swear words in all of them. So I don't know how they would cross them over to make a proper film. Do you know what I mean? I mean, it would be amazing if they did do it, because for the adults it would be awesome. But I think because they earn so much money from children going and dragging their parents to it, I don't think it will be possible.
I can't disagree.
But it would.
Just because although because Deadpool's just hit $1 billion, right, and it kind of shows they do not need Wayne's or although see if you think about it, like whatever age people were during the first era, like the first phase of Marvel, like first Iron Man, first Captain America, people were about 10, maybe 20 if you're pushing it, and they've all grown up. I just seen the look and I was like, I'm not going to say a word. Like,
Fishing.
like people have grown up with these films, so obviously they're wanting more stuff. It's like no kind of childlike because they're like this is still people still watch this sort of stuff, and they're wanting kind of more. Like I think it kind of shows you. I don't know if you've all seen Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Mm-hmm.
It was like
Yeah.
kind of how brutal they went with the whole Rocket's origin. Like it was kind of gruesome compared to what
Yeah.
any other Marvel film is. To be fair, see when I watched that, I completely forgot that was a Marvel film because I was like, "Fuck, this is kind of messed up."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it could work. Like
I
they
think
just.
there's a market there.
So hopefully they kind of make more stuff that's no just like, for the wins kind of thing. But the one thing that I
Nice.
kind of liked, although like even like Blade when he says, "Oh, I thought you retired," and then also what he says, I was like, this is great."
And yeah, doesn't he? Ryan Reynolds, sorry, Blade turns around and goes, yeah, nobody pleased me except me.
Aye.
And then Deadpool, the cuts to Deadpool, and he just kind of side eyes the camera with no pupils in his eyes, but somehow side eyes the camera, meaning
There's
it could be another new Blade in the works.
I will. Do you know the news about that? They're making a new Blade. Aye, they're making a new Blade.
Side eye. It's officially in the works.
It's been in the works for like since 2018 or something. So they keep losing directors, screenwriters, actors, you name it. This has gone down the toilet. But I think it's the main guy for the Green Book is playing Blade. I'm sure. I don't know his name. When Wesley Snipes says that, I was thinking to myself like, oh, is this a big fuck you to the new Blade film they're trying to make? Which kind
To
of
be fair, it will be hard to replace him because he was really good. I know we spoke about this last week, and everybody was like, "Oh no, it's so dated. Oh no, it's hard to watch." I'm like, "No, I still thoroughly enjoyed him."
Yeah.
Aye, I mean, who is it? The new actor that's playing Blade is. I'm not even going to say his name because I'm just going to butcher it. Mahershala Ali. I'll just call you Ali, mate, 'cause I don't know your name. Aye, so he's a new Blade. I think that's since 2018 they announced that. So I don't know if that's still happening or not. But yeah, that's still a thing. But speaking of that going down the toilet and it could be getting cancelled, but the thing it was cancelled, although we got the character was Gambit. What the fuck? That was so unexpected.
I enjoyed his bit. I've not seen anything.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's from, but I did enjoy his banter.
I'll give you.
He's an X-Man.
I'll give you the context.
The X-Men universe.
So Channing Tatum wanted to make the Gambit film, and this was in production like years and years ago, and they were in the middle of writing it, like the third draft or something. And I think it was Fox or it was Disney. Just basically just said no, we're not doing it anymore, and just basically fucked Channing Tatum with the film. And it was one of the characters he always wanted to play, and it's kind of heartwarming, although he's taking the piss with Gambit in the Deadpool film, like he's still got to play Gambit at the end of the day. So there could be potential he might actually come back.
Character.
It was, I think that's the first you've got a Gambit, like live action, I'm sure. Or did we get one in the X-Men films? Can't remember.
Did you get a Gambit in the X-Men?
No, that was the one character that was missing in a big way.
So that was the first.
I don't know why. I think there was a version of Gambit. Was a female version thrown in somewhere. But yeah, weirdly missing because Gambit's one of the primary lineup. If I remember correctly, I'm not a big Marvel comic fan, so I don't know 100%. But Gambit would feature pretty prominently in the X-Men, so kind of weird that he's not present. But this is what Ryan Reynolds does. I mean, he's just created something out of nothing. Created something out of a Deadpool, just a kind of secondary Marvel character, and he's brought this to life and just created all these possibilities for new storylines and new characters from basically nothing.
That was the thing. Like also the higher ups of Marvel, like they're always like kind of wary what happens with the Marvel films. They always want to take control. This was the very first time they never took control, and they just let Ryan Reynolds and Sean Levy just take control, and it just shows you like if you let them do what they want, it'll work. Because what was the thing? Oh, there was a few cameos that never like I don't think anyone really noticed. I don't know. Sam, have you seen the Punisher 2004 version?
Oh, yes, probably.
I know, that was like 20 years ago, but the guy who plays like the big Russian, Kevin, the guy who plays him's Kevin Nash. They had his character in the background, because Deadpool makes up like a joke, says, "Oh, what Punisher are you for?" Hinting obviously like the multiple Punisher films we had. Also we had the Juggernaut back. Oh, who was the
New Juggernaut. Yep.
Aye, who was the original Juggernaut? Was it
Benny Jones.
Vinnie
Vinnie
Jones.
Jones? That was it. Aye, so they asked him to come back, and he said no because the suit is just a killer. So the guy who plays the Juggernaut in the Deadpool film is the same guy that plays the dudes for the Free Guy film, the one that plays like the muscled up Ryan Reynolds. Which I thought was pretty
I
cool.
didn't recognise him. I didn't recognise him at all.
Which it's kind of cool that they kind of like no recycle the actual same actors or again, but it's cool that there's like people like kind of just starting out in the film industry, because I'm sure that guy's just brand new to the film stuff, I know, and he's like been into major big films. It's crazy.
Yeah, set for life now.
Pretty much. Oh, and the one thing, see how like the rumours, but mind how people are saying, "Oh, Wesley Snipes hates Ryan Reynolds" for all these years. It turns out that was just fake. He came out in a podcast and says, "Yeah, we liked each other, but we've liked each other for like decades. We just made that as a joke." I was like, "That's great." What was I going to say?
We'll see what they've got to say about Joe Rogan.
Oh yeah. Aye, for the context of that, Wesley Snipes wanted to fight Joe Rogan,
And apparently it was a done deal. Apparently Joe Rogan there was things signed, and then somebody backed out. I can't remember who it was.
Wesley Snipes backed to it, and
Yeah.
Joe Rogan, although he's like gone to UFC and that, he's never really trained as a MMA fighter, although he does all the jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai and all that sort of stuff. He said he went fully like, I think it was like 2-3 months into like a full fight camp to fight Wesley Snipes.
Oh.
And I'm like, to myself, like, he doesn't even need to train. Like, the way he like kicks are like gunshots, like he doesn't need to do anything.
Yep.
But
Yep.
I mean, I kind of want to see that though. It'd be cool.
I don't want to see it too, even at this age.
He would fuck him up. Kind of tearing after the Deadpool and Wolverine. All the news about the D23 exhibition that Disney does is like all the like it's like kind of like Comic Con kind of virgin shit announcing like all the new films. So I'm just going to like, list them off and then read your thoughts on these ones. So they're making 3 sequels to. Sorry, they're making sequels to these 3 films, right? The Incredibles, Frozen, Zootopia. Also, there's another one, and Toy Story.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Toy Story again.
Yeah. So
that's the franchise that will never die.
I don't know what the context is. The other films, but Toy Story 5. Toy Story 5 now.
Wow.
They're basically fighting off gadgets, so they're going to fight off devices. Like, so see how you get like the new generation of children now, they are like called the iPad kids. So basically got to try and interpretate that in a way. They were showing off some kind of thing. I think they were showing off like the new set of toys for it. And you know how like in Toy Story 2, like you had the soldiers, the Buzz, sort of like the Buzz toys. So now they're doing kind of that similar context, but they're more like digital. They've got like devices on them, like a red light or something, like something. I think there might be like more up to date versions of Buzz. So
See, I think they just need to let it die. Like they've got amazing following, and it is a really good film. And even my kids enjoy the first one and all that. But there comes a point where it's just you're just recycling the same shit, and it can't be fun anymore. Seriously, because
They are so good at writing these scripts now.
they're
I
quite
guarantee you, if you go into that cinema, you'll come out going, "That was bloody good." I don't know what they do at Pixar and that, but their screenwriters and stuff are just phenomenal. Absolutely, they're just excellent writers, and they really push for excellence. I think it was who was it? Pharrell Williams. Yeah, do you remember that track Happy? Yeah,
yeah.
they said Disney sent him packing about like 40 odd times before they produced the perfect track. And this is an established superstar, and they said, no, it's just not quite there. And then when it came out, it took the world by
yeah,
storm.
but I hate the Minion films as well.
That's fair. What did we always Despicable Me 4? Yeah.
Oh, did you see
They
that?
took our money.
I don't like it. I don't like the fact that the Minions don't talk properly. Because then
Apparently
you've
one
got
has
kids
a
walking around going, yeah, and it's like, learn to shit before you chat nothing.
apparently one of them has a Scottish accent. I don't know if that's true or no, but I did see a clip online. The one does sound a bit Scottish,
That'll be one of the mega minions. Yeah, probably.
which I'm like,
Yeah.
just lie, man, just let it die. But I mean, it makes money. They know what makes money, so you can't beat them. You've got to join
So
them.
I think Incredibles, they ruined Incredibles 2 for me
I didn't like
because
it.
I wanted it to come off of the Mole Man. I
Aye.
wanted it to be
I'm
a
the exact
rolling
same.
Yeah.
thing. It wasn't. I was like, no, that's not what I wanted.
Damn it, you missed the mark.
So yeah, I'm hoping that they rectify it or something. But yeah,
I don't know.
Toy Story, people will go back and watch that, no question. That'll make a billion. Easy.
Frozen. Sorry, carry on.
No, I was gonna say, like, speaking of the Toy Story thing, so they put up an artwork, like one of the pictures they were working on for the new Toy Story, and it was like Bonnie, obviously the wee lassie was under the cover with an iPad, so you see the light shining and that sort of stuff, and you seen the toys like on the creeping me out the beds. So you had Buzz, you had Rex. Guess who shows up?
Mhm.
Which I don't know if this is just to say, oh, he's coming
Easy.
back, Woody. And I'm like, but you made a big thing about Toy Story 4 being his story, and that's him basically riding after the sunset. He wants to do his own adventures. But with that concept art, it looks like he's coming back.
Oh well, and there you go. What's Toy Story without Woody? I mean, yeah. What?
I think Frozen ended on quite a good note, like on the last one. I'm assuming you've not watched it, Logan.
I've seen one. I remember seeing two, but I don't remember it at the same time, so I've no idea.
I think so the theory is that Elsa died, and that's why she uses the wind as a way of communicating with Anna now. It's because she's got turned into an element, it's turned into that sort of want, a bit like the Lion King. What is it? You give back what you take or something. So when you die, you give back to the earth and the circle of life, basically. And I think that's the thing with the Frozen film, is the fact that she's now turned into like wind, water sort of elements, and that's how she communicates, and that's why she doesn't go back to Arendelle, because her soul is trapped where she is in the mountains. But I don't know how they're gonna bring her back from that, unless it's just going to be a story about Anna and how she, I don't know, maybe she and Kristoff have a child and it's got powers, and it's sort of that circle of life then comes. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know how that would work.
It seems kind of pointless, like how they're going to work it. But
Yeah.
but it's Frozen.
It is.
Pixar knows how to write.
Figure.
But they'll also make this is one that I am so excited for, is Avatar 3. I'm so excited for it. No, a lot of people, like the second film.
Is that the sarcasm right now?
I loved it, man. I can't wait for this.
No, I've not seen the second one either. Was it good?
It's so good. Like,
Oh wow!
I'm
Holy
not the type of person that cares about like CGI and that sort of stuff. But like,
Yeah.
just for the visual effects, it's like it's so beautiful. And
Wow.
I hate CGI in general, right? But for Avatar, it works because also like it's
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
a different species, and like the basically there's, for context, there's like basically all different tribes. So you get the water tribe, the nature tribe, all that sort of stuff. So it kind of expands the world, the Avatar, and like I think they want to make 5, 6 films of Avatar. But
My
the one thing
Yes.
people were quite questioning is like, will they come to Earth? And James Cameron just came out in a interview and said, "I like the fifth film we're gonna go to Earth." I'm like, why are you telling us this? This is a
Who would
secret.
you say that?
Like, don't
Because it's
spoil
never
it.
going to happen. They're going to do the third and that'll be it.
Yeah, it's like don't spoil it, man. But I know I definitely recommend it. Like there's certain scenes I was like, oh shit, this is great. Like even the fight scenes at the end, I was like, this is like great motion capture.
Wow.
But the one of the behind the scenes of that, they used motion capture under the water, which was obviously never done before. And it's just
Did you
great
see it in
how
IMAX?
the what?
Did you see it in IMAX?
No, I think I seen that in Showcase. I think that was the thing I didn't experience in IMAX, but I kind of want to know just because of just for the water scenes, they're just great.
Totally. I
I
remember going to see the director's cut of Avatar in IMAX, and this was just when IMAX was starting to become big.
Right.
And it was the full-on 3D glasses, and you know where they go to the soul tree, and you've got all these little things floating around, and you can literally reach out and you can touch them. And they're just so absolutely sold me in IMAX. And yeah, haven't looked back. IMAX all the way. So good. So I'd imagine, hopefully, Avatar 2 would be just as good.
Three.
Aye. 'Cause
Yeah.
I
And
seen. Sorry, on you go, Sal.
no.
On you go.
No, I was just going to say, like, what's the story line of the third one? You know?
They've
Any
no,
outline of it?
they've no said, but they said it's going to be called Avatar Winds and Water. I might be wrong on that, but I think that's what it's called. So
Okay.
I don't know how they're going to add a wind tribe, but it's James Cameron. He knows what he's doing. I'm not going to question his stuff, you know. But I seen the first one, like because they done Showcase done a go see Avatar in the cinemas again, and then go see Avatar 2, and then the next week, and they done like an extra post credit scene, and it was a post credit scene
Nice.
of like the second film, and it was great, and it was fun enough. Like when I was rewatching the first one, like the CGI and the special effects still hold up, which I was like, well, like I think that film came out in like 2010, something like that, and I was like, compared to like the older films you've had, special effects didn't hold up till now, but Avatar does, which is kind of
Yeah.
impressive the way you think about it.
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to have to see Avatar 2 now.
It's great.
Yeah.
2009 it came out.
2009.
Yeah.
God, man.
And then the newer one came out last year.
Last year, aye. Because I remember when.
And then Fire and Ash.
So
It's
right, my bad. Fire and Ash, right.
Yeah. Avatar 4 doesn't have a other
shit.
name, is 29. Avatar 5 is 31.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that Cameron's got plans. Jeez, oh.
So yeah. Jesus Christ.
It's crazy.
They do
like,
well though.
It's
Yeah.
crazy. Because I think he wanted to make them in the 90s, I'm sure. I know, like, I'm sure this was an idea he had for like years and years. And I think it was just the technology he was waiting for.
That's good that you waited. I don't think it would have been very good in the 90s.
It'd be fucking stupid, man. Like, it would be really.
Horrendous.
You would have people painted
Face
blue
painted
instead.
blue.
Aye.
They look like Blue Man Group. It's just the Smurfs.
The I've got tons of stuff on D23, by the way. So they announced the live action films. There's one I'm kind of looking forward to, right? But I'll put that in. So they announced the Snow White live action film, which I'm still surprised they've got to put out, because I know the lassie it's playing Snow White was very controversial about.
Yes.
I don't know which.
Okay.
She said a load of rubbish, basically, right? And I'm still surprised they're putting it out. But the thing that kind of baffled me, right, is Gal Gadot is playing the evil queen.
Gal Gadot is playing a villain.
Aye, so she's playing.
What?
She's playing the evil queen, but there's no the context of the fault. Snow White is the queen is basically the evil queen is jealous of Snow White's looks.
Yeah.
But Gal Gadot's better looking than this ugly bitch. So why?
Oh, Gal Gadot,
Wonder Woman.
is playing the evil one. But yeah, she's the one that looks in the mirror and goes, "Who's the prettiest? Who's the prettiest of them all?"
Aye, and it's Snow White.
Gal Gadot's quite lovely, and the lassie that plays Snow White is quite lovely too. But
No. She's
Not in the same.
I'm not sure if they're in the same. I don't want to mark people at 10 or anything like that. But
Yeah, but it might be that her makeup's a bit different.
yeah, she will be.
It must age her or something.
Exactly. Give her big scars.
Well, hopefully, like, may as well get a fucking a mole or something. Not saying because you've got a mole, you're an ugly bastard, but I'm just saying, like, just get a something. You know what I mean? But this was the. I saw that I've messed up my thing here. So they're doing another Moana. I've never seen the film, so I've no context on what that's gonna be like. They're making a prequel.
Molly, my daughter, is so excited for that.
For Moana.
Yeah.
So what's the context of the first film? Like, what is it all about? I know it was dead popular.
The first film is that she finds Maui, the rock,
right.
And
is that all that?
Pardon?
Is that all that?
No. He's a demigod.
Yeah.
So he made the oceans, the food, the land, blah blah blah. There's a whole song about it. And they're trying to Tafiti is angry because somebody stole her heart.
Mm-hmm.
And the heart is the heart of the ocean, which is like a little stone thing.
Mm-hmm.
And Moana tries to get it back to Tafiti, but she needs Maui's help. And Maui's like, fuck that, I don't want anything to do with it. So she sort of goes off on her own. Maui ends up sort of getting a conscience and going, okay, I'll help. And Moana basically just gives Mother Nature a hug, gives her heart back, and then she falls asleep and is all pretty and beautiful again. It's a really nice film. It's a lovely little film, and it sort of shows that, like, to kids on a deeper level, that it's what you say and what you do does make a difference. And to not be scared of new things either, because Moana's dad is terrified of her going on the ocean. And that is all she wants to do. Like, she's desperate to go on these boats and just travel the world and see what's beyond the skyline and stuff like that. And her dad's like, absolutely not, that's not what we do here, we stay here. But then she does, and the fish were dying, they weren't coming back, and then once she saved Tafiti, the fish were all coming back and the coconuts were ripe again and things like that. So it was just, it's a nice story, and it's the soundtrack's brilliant. I still sing it now. I still find myself catching myself singing them. But the next one, I'm not sure what the actual storyline is. Because I don't think it does, but obviously I could be wrong. It could be brilliant, and it could end up being better than the first one, because Moana's a little bit older now, and Maui is still funny and still a demigod, so maybe he's in trouble. I don't know, but It'd be interesting to see. But yeah, as soon as Molly saw that at the cinema, the trailer, she was like, "We're going to see that."
Yes, we can. Yeah.
So yeah, I think she's probably more desperate to see Moana than she would be to see Frozen.
Fair enough.
Wow.
That's
Goodness
fair
me.
enough. Because remember when Frozen was like the big thing that came
Oh,
out.
it's still a phenomenon.
It's still
Still
so much better.
My wee 4-year-old niece is obsessed with Frozen. Absolutely. Like,
Crazy.
she had a Frozen themed birthday party,
Mhm.
sings the song, does the dance. Yeah, absolutely obsessed. And it's still rolling. Frozen is still rolling.
Actually,
And God, that tune.
here's the question. So, see when yous were weddings, I'm not saying yous are super
Yeah.
old compared to me, but what was like? See how Frozen was like the next big
Just throw it in there.
was I need to chuck it in, know what I mean? What was the big thing for you as a win? Like, see how like people younger than me, it was like it was Frozen. Like people wanted to buy everything for Frozen. What was it like for you?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
what was the main thing?
Yeah, being a man in his 40s, it was Star Wars. Star Wars all the way. Yeah, when I was growing up, Star Wars that was the big. Yeah, made me feel old.
Okay, because I think 101 Dalmatians was a huge thing.
Right.
But obviously, being a girl, we were aimed more towards Ariel.
Mhm.
So the Little Mermaid and basically all the Disney princesses, they were always like shoved in our faces. Like they made Barbies of them, they made costumes, they did everything that you could think of was princess themed. But yeah, for me personally, I went down the route of 101 Dalmatians, and I had a 101 Dalmatian bedroom and everything.
Oh really?
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you find them?
She still got the bed sheets and all. I was trying to find that
It's tatty
myself.
now.
I don't know what, but to me it would have to be Harry Potter. I think that was the big like the big thing for my age, because I remember I don't know what the last one's called. The one he fights after Voldemort. Like I remember how big that was,
Yeah, that was not true.
and I think I'm the only person at the time never seen a Harry Potter film in my life. I was like, I don't give a shit.
Wow.
I got bored and I watched them
Jeez.
during lockdown. Never again.
Yeah.
For context, how old are you, Logan?
About 4.
24. Yeah.
So you'd have been.
Yeah. So what? So Harry Potter was the big one.
Like I would say that. I was going to say Twilight, but that's more for like the lassies. So was Hunger Games. That was kind of big, but I would say Harry Potter was
Yeah,
for
Hunger Games is pretty good.
both the genders. Sorry, 20 odd genders. How many genders is there?
Yeah.
But Harry Potter, because I remember like the news, like even when they were trying to film me tiny bits, like Daniel Radcliffe is spot at London Houston. I was like, who cares? Like this isn't big.
I've just had a sudden blast from the past. Sorry, old man chat. So one of my first experiences in the cinema was a movie called Masters of the Universe, and that was about a series called He-Man.
Right.
Has anyone heard of He-Man before?
I've seen the live action one. Skeletor and that, I know.
He-Man and She-Ra. And Dolph Lundgren played He-Man. But I remember going to the cinema, and it was when they had intermissions.
Right.
Can't believe I'm saying it. Sounds so old right now.
Intermissions?
God. But
Yeah, they got ice cream.
the lassie comes out with the tray, and
Wait,
people
was
go up and buy
this
ice cream.
during the cinema?
This was during the cinema in Glasgow. One of the first times I went to the cinema, and they brought out a pair of play actors. One
Right.
was dressed as He-Man, one as Skeletor, and they would like sword fight through the aisles just before the beginning of the film. And it was like, oh, that was just, everybody went wild for it, absolutely wild for it. And it's obviously you don't get that anymore. But that's one of my first and best cinematic experiences. Yeah, thanks, darling.
I never knew you were that old, Sam.
No, Well,
Don't worry,
I think.
typing slippers.
Listen, I think they
and
went.
that's
I
the
think that thing went out of fashion basically as soon as we left the cinema. So it was the tail end of all that crap. But yeah, good experience. But yeah.
I actually remember seeing it as a boy. No, I'm not that old, by the way, I'm just saying, but I've seen it on the telly. I
Stars
remember.
a young Courtney Cox from Friends before she hit Friends fame as well. Mm-hmm.
I think I need to watch it just for the cast. Oh, who was Skeletor?
And all the
Skeletor was in it.
oh, I can't remember. I honestly can't remember. You could IMDb, but if you want oiled muscles,
That was
you
very
should see that
close.
film. Yeah, Dolph Lundgren was all over that, all over it. Yeah.
I think I need to watch it because I don't even remember Dolph Lundgren being in it at all. I just remember it was just some big muscly guy at the time.
Yeah,
With his
I was
wet hair.
very square jaw.
that was some haircut. Did see during that year He-Man came out. Was that a stylish haircut? I need to know this.
I think it was the mullet. There was a mullet style. Yeah, cool mullet. I think. Yeah.
I mean that's came back, so I mean
Apparently so. Yeah, apparently so.
it's better than the Oasis haircut. That's all I've got to say.
The curtains.
God, man, that's crazy. There's they're making a prequel. No, I'll let you try and guess the prequel, right? But it is Disney. It's a Disney film, but they're turning this one into a prequel. It's never been done before. You just get like 3 guesses.
Wally.
No, no Pixar, Disney, like original Walt Disney.
Okay.
We're talking live action, or are we talking animation?
I think it's live action. I'm going to say it's got to be live action because they recently remade it into live action. That gives you a hint.
Little Mermaid.
Pinocchio?
No, but he's a.
Oh, is it going to be a tree?
It's
It's just
we are
lock
talking
of it.
about a tree growing.
Oh, I know, it's Lord of the Rings. The trees walk.
No,
Yeah.
it's just
He's
the
on the
da on the Randan when he was younger. That's the prequel one. No, but I'll tell you this. It is he's getting his
Oh, yes. See?
Of the Lion King.
I will watch the shit out of that. I will watch the shit out of that.
I mean,
No problem.
I kind of understand how they work it because it's like obviously I know why is he a little dickhead. So also we've got to know why is he a dickhead. But do we really need it though? Like, who really wants to go see? I'm going to see a prequel.
Well, what's his name? Is it James Earl Jones that did Mufasa?
He came back as
Alive?
he came back for the live action one.
I think he's still with us.
No, but he voiced Darth Vader, didn't he?
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
he's long
I'm
gone.
sure that.
Not sure he is.
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah. I don't think.
Yeah,
He's still with us.
James Earl Jones died, did he not?
Mm,
Oh no, he's not.
he's
He's
still.
93.
There you go. Ha!
Jesus.
Oh,
Still with us.
He was born in
I
1931.
thought he died.
Yeah, no.
Sorry,
I
I know.
died as well.
I know he's a casual
He's a
watcher. I'm sorry, James Earl Jones. I thought he died. Well,
He's certainly been around.
so I'm guessing he'll be back for the prequel then. I don't know if it's a TV show or a movie. I'm guessing it'll be a film.
The movie is a movie.
But yeah, I'll watch that. I'll watch that twice, happily.
Surprised
Yeah,
he's
he
still alive.
doesn't seem to be in the lineup for it, but
It'll probably.
Oh, that's what he was.
Well, he plays the older version. No, he plays the dad, didn't he? Well, the
Yeah,
aye. So
Mufasa.
well, maybe they'll just do the young versions and then he'll no come back. Just easier for him and all.
I think I could hear Mufasa's voice and not hear him though.
Nah, it's true.
It's a very iconic voice.
yeah, he must be. He must be signed up to that.
I don't know if he's retired. They usually announced their retirement, so I don't think he said it about him. But this one I'm actually looking forward to. Right, so they're doing a live action of Stitch.
Stitch.
Lilo and Stitch.
Mm.
You know
I
the
never
thing
got
that
into that.
Molly likes.
Yeah, I never got
Yeah.
into it. Never got into it.
He's showing his age.
My
So
daughter
they're
likes
looking at
it.
one. Sorry.
My
Thank God.
daughter would be very excited for that.
Thank
She
you.
is obsessed. How would they make it? Obviously, Stitch will have to be CGI'd.
Oh, have you not seen? They did in like a teaser trailer, and it was like so it was like a POV shot of like Stitch, and then gets like maybe in the Disney set or something, and like he bites off one of the wires, and then it's like maybe the video's like, oh, the video's not working because obviously someone's wrecked it, and then they get like the live action model of Stitch and bursts at the screen, and like it looks good. Like I thought it'd be like really terribly done because it's Disney, but it looks good for what it is. But I'm more curious on the other characters we get. Like the big hitman who's like kinda his face was like a whale. Was it Jamba? No, Jamba was like his pal, wasn't it?
I can't remember their names, but yeah, I know who you mean.
And like actually, how they got the see the guy with the one eye? Like, surely they kind of make him live action because that would scare the fuck out of me.
See, I think they should have live actioned Treasure Planet.
That would have been so great.
I think that would have been amazing.
Oh,
yeah.
Would you know?
And I think that would have been a really.
Would that not be like a futuristic Pirates of the Caribbean though? Like if you think about it.
Yeah. Yeah. If they could do that, it'd be really cool. Disney owns the rights to his voice. Lee's commenting. He said Disney owns the right to his voice. They bought it after he got too old to voice Vader. Also,
Frank Langella played Skeletor. There we go.
Fair enough.
Thanks, Lee. Cheers. Yeah.
See, he should be here, and he could correct me, but he's not. So fuck you, Lee. It's okay. I miss you. You'll be.
My needs are important.
Right, I've got 3 other wee things for the this is just straight Disney, by the way. So I'm just going to try and rapid fire onto them. So Inside Out are making a spin-off show called Dream Productions. It is set between Inside Out 1 and Inside Out 2, and it'll be streaming on Disney Plus sometime in the next year. I don't know why.
Interesting.
I don't know how. Oh no, wait, Dream Productions, is that not the like maybe the TV show they make? Like when they sleep, it's just like it's maybe like a TV show production. It's like maybe in your heads.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
I can see that. Like it could be just like sketches or something. So
Start with her eyes closing every time. So if you don't like eyes, that's going to be a bit shit, isn't it? Just big eyes going.
It may be just shorts or something like the way like the old Disney used to be, just like miniature shorts or stuff.
Yeah. That was genius. That part where it was they go into kind of the dream world and it's all just a bunch of filmmakers and performers. I thought it was well done.
It's a cool concept. Even like when they're dressed up as a dog, and then obviously like there's like 2 people in the dog costume, and then obviously like one part of it falls off.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, that's actually a good idea. This might show Sim's age. They're making another Tron film.
Another one?
Aye, so I might be wrong on this context, but apparently this is gonna be it'll be Tron, but he's coming out the game or something.
Right.
I don't know how that's gotta work, but he's coming out the game this time. That's
right. Okay.
I've not seen Tron, so I can't.
Oh, I can't even remember the name of the actor, but I'm sure it's the same guy that plays the dude.
Oh,
in the Big Lebowski.
I was going to say Jeff Bridges.
Is it Jeff Bridges?
Aye, because he does the TV show The Old Man. That's the recent thing he's been on. Actually, let's get another season or not. Yeah.
Well, to get Tron 2, it took decades to get off the ground, and I'm not sure it landed that well in the cinemas because I don't know if that generation. Tron wasn't a massive success at the cinema anyway.
No, aye, it wasn't.
Aye. No, if it's going to get that crowd, but I would, probably watch it. There's a massive nostalgia factor, but I think technology's moved on a lot since then. So,
aye. The one thing that I was kind of a bit weird with is the way they try to entice people in. We're saying the band's 9 Inch Nails are going to do the score for the film, I don't know who that is, so I'm guessing it's some goth band.
You don't know who Nine Inch
Nine Inch
Nails
Nails.
are?
Oh, you're so,
You're
No,
so young.
sweet summer child. Oh,
wait, who's Nine?
right.
Oh.
Okay.
Who are they?
I think you need to watch a bit or listen to some Nine Inch Nails music.
Is it like
Um,
super heavy metal?
No, it's like I don't know, kind of grungy rock and roll sort of idea.
Fuck
Grungy
that.
rock and roll.
But you know.
Grunge.
Nah, I'm good. That's
Yeah.
the way for that.
Pretty metal. It is pretty metal. Yeah.
I mean, I can see how that can work for a Tron film, like make it super dark and have it like is it like the LEDs? Have it like the character has like red LEDs instead of like the nice blue they usually do. Could it work?
Yeah, totally. Totally. No, would I go and see it? Probably go to Cineworld or something like that on a random night.
On his own.
Yeah, on absolutely.
Don't believe me, Sally.
Absolutely.
Don't believe you. This
I'll report back.
this might get Sally interested. You ever seen Freaky Friday? The Jamie Lee Curtis
Yes,
film?
they're making
They're
another
making
one.
another one.
I love Jamie Lee Curtis. I think she's brilliant.
I don't know how they're gonna work that, but I mean, it could be cool.
It could be cool because I really enjoyed the first one, and like the song that they do in that, I wish that it was like an actual song, not so it's a bit like Scotty Doesn't Know. It's a song made for a film, and it's not an actual song, but people think that it's a song, and it's like it's not really. It's a soundtrack.
So it's Freaky Friday, is that another Jason type Halloween starter movie? No?
Freaky Friday is a mother and daughter who
They
just
switch
argue and
roles.
butt heads completely, and they get a spell put on them where they switch.
Oh.
So the daughter's mind goes into the mum's mind, and the mum's mind goes into the daughter.
Oh dear.
But in the first one, the daughter's like going to school, and she's at that age where she feels like everybody's picking on her, and it's a really hard time, and it's just like, oh, homework sucks. Oh, all I want to do is play music and rock out and blah. And then her mum's due to get married, and she doesn't like the stepdad.
Wow.
And it's not until they do the Freaky Friday thing where they sort of walk a mile in each other's shoes and
Experience it. Okay.
basically, and it's a good film. It's a heartwarming film, and it's one of those rainy Sunday afternoon films that you chuck on, and you actually enjoy it a bit more than you anticipated.
Nice. Okay.
But yeah,
I recommend
I really
it.
like it.
I do recommend it because it's a fun.
But that's
film.
also a remake itself.
Oh, is it?
So the original was in like the 80s.
I didn't know. I just thought the Jamie Lee Curtis one was the original because I just thought because Disney owns it, it's theirs. Know what I mean?
No, it was a remake itself though.
So what one's
Lindsay
better?
Lohan is nearly 40 now. Jeez.
Hey, jeez.
Oh yeah, so she is.
Oh my god, this is depressing.
Lee, bugger off.
Aye, so that's all the Disney stuff. Be like, Disney, but they announced a few Marvel stuff. The wee mini ones they did was like they're doing another X-Men 97 season. I've not seen it myself, the actual show. But I've heard it's very good. We got the first look at Fantastic Four. So I think we've seen like one of the costumes. It's definitely just like the old like the comics. Like it's literally just stripped after the comics, which is pretty cool. Like, I mean, if that's what people liked for the comics, and you can't complain. But I've seen a lot of people complaining, like, "Oh, this is too campy," and that. I'm like, yeah. Do you not remember what the comics used to be like? Since then, this.
See, I'm sort of over Marvel and superhero films because I was so into the Avengers and like Endgame and all that. It was amazing and brilliant and fantastic, and I loved it, and I cried and I laughed and I got emotional and everything, and I was so invested. So then when it ended in Endgame, I was just like, great, it's awesome, I'm done.
Yeah.
And then they carried on, and I was like, no, I was done, leave me alone. So
Well,
yeah.
What I'd love to see is I didn't grow up on DC or Marvel. I grew up reading 2000 AD, which is like it's a British comic, and British comic. But it's where Judge Dredd comes from.
Oh right,
It's where Rogue Trooper comes from. It's where Sam Slade, Lane, all these phenomenal stories that are kind of untapped, relatively untapped.
Mhm.
I don't know if you saw that movie, the movie Dredd, which is the latest, like Judge Dredd iteration,
No,
which was phenomenal. What in the IMAX especially, holy jeez, they went to town on it. But I would love to see that universe brought to life. You see little kind of short films like CGI films like on the internet, but you don't see a big budget production put into one of these stories. So I would like to pitch 2000 AD. Any of the stories from there would be cool. But yeah, there's a very rich world, and it seems to be relatively untapped. So yeah, movie executives, sort
get
it
it
out,
happening.
get on it.
What did you prefer, Sim? The old version, Judge Dredd, was Stallone, or like the new one they made?
The one did not even happen. It's just did not happen. Did not happen. He did not. He took off his helmet. He took off his helmet. Judge Dredd was never, not in a million years would take off his helmet. Couldn't believe it. Yeah, let us down, Sly. Let us down in a big way. So yeah, the latest one with Carl Urban, phenomenal. Really did him justice. So yeah, more of that, please. Get him back from the boys and back into Judge Dredd. And yeah, we're on to a winner.
I've never seen it. Like, I went through a weird
Love me like
phase. I went through a weird
Have you
phase.
never seen it?
No, because this is my thing, right? See when like, mind when we all like got the remakes like RoboCop, Dread, and all that sort of stuff. I was very biased. I was like, oh, it's never like the original. Like, because when I was wee, I watched like the Stallone Judge Dredd. I've seen the original RoboCop. So to me, that's the original. So like, obviously, I didn't
Yeah.
know, like till you've just said about the helmet. I didn't know anything about that.
Oh mate,
So like
yeah.
that's
Listen,
surprising.
please read some Judge Dredd. I mean, if you're into comics and that, yeah, Judge Dredd. He would never take his helmet off. He was perpetually about 50 to 60 years old, usually over 60. But he was just a badass, an absolute badass. And there was crossovers with Judge Dredd and Batman, crossovers with Judge Dredd, and I'm sure the X-Men at some stage.
Lee's just said there was talks of a TV show by Amazon.
Oh really?
That would
And
have been good.
Caliban went with the boys. God damn.
That would have worked.
But yeah, very very rich world, and yeah, that needs to be brought to the screen. Needs to. Before I die, it needs to be brought to the screen. But they did it. The guys in the Dredd film did it right. They did Judge Dredd right. So yeah, more of that, please. And Rogue Trooper would be exceptional too.
Was Rogue Trooper?
Rogue Trooper is like a genetically engineered like clone soldier with blue skin.
Right.
And he's got a helmet, a rifle, and a backpack. And inside each of them are like the chips of his dead comrades. And he's like the last remaining survivor, and he's just moving through all these planets as a mercenary sort of thing, trying to find out what killed his all his essentially his entire race. Yeah, very cool, very rich story. Would recommend.
Okay.
Go read 2000 AD, folks. You'll love it.
If Amazon is watching this podcast for some fucking reason, get it done.
Hey, if you need a screenwriter or something like that, you let me know. Absolutely.
Aye, so they'll make an Ironheart. This is the thing, I was a bit confused because I didn't see this is the group, the Black Widow film. Like that big guy for Stranger Things, can't mind his name. Dennis, no, it's not Dennis Hopper. Whatever his name is. She was in Midsummer. Bond lassie. I can't remember. I don't know how this is going out my head. She was in Oppenheimer.
Okay.
So I think it's a part of the Black Widows group, whatever she was a part of before.
Is it Florence Pugh you're thinking of?
I Florence Pugh her.
Yes.
So it's a part of their team. They're getting their own TV show. I'm guessing their TV show is called Ironheart just because of the title.
Well,
Which I don't know. I don't. To me, like this is just pointless shit. Like, but I mean, if there's a market, then I guess they know what they're doing.
there's been that many that many series about Marvel and DC sort of thing that I've just lost track. There's so much of it out there. One more isn't going to hurt, I guess. Excuse me. But yeah, it might be something you just watch 1 or 2 episodes and then you fade away from.
Mm-hmm.
You know. But apparently Loki is meant to be really good. What do you say?
Have you seen any of the Marvel TV shows like so far?
Oof. What was is it Iron Fist? When that came out a good few years ago, saw that one.
That was.
I watched the first season of Luke. The kids have been watching What If?
Aye, that's
which
maybe real good. It's just like
yeah.
like what if Star-Lord was Black Panther or some like stuff like that.
Yeah, they've thoroughly enjoyed it.
It cheapens the stuff, to be fair.
I'm
Make it animated, get the nerds happy, sorted.
Keep the nerds happy.
What else has been on?
In
There's
terms of Marvel TV series?
WandaVision. Did you see that?
I did see the WandaVision. That was really good. I did enjoy that one. It blew my mind that she was an Olsen sister because she's not a twin. But like putting them 3 together, it's like.
I don't know how people just didn't realise she was an Olsen twin. Like, I feel like you can tell with the crackhead eyes. Like, they've got that weird look, you know what I mean? Like, they look like if you took their heroin, they're going to kill you in your sleep kind of thing.
Yeah.
Total nut jobs. Total nut jobs.
But
He said Ironheart was in Black Panther. She is basically the new Tony Stark in the comics. So talking of Tony Stark, what about Robert Downey Jr. playing
Doctor Doom?
Doctor Doom.
Yeah. Everyone's just going to see Tony Stark.
I'll let you two take this away because I've got a full-on opinion on it. So what I was thinking is like it makes sense why they're doing it, but at the same time it doesn't make sense because we've got Find Me Away, what's his name, who's meant to be Kang the Conqueror, Jonathan Majors. It kind of makes sense why they want to get him away because also the abuse and all that, the controversial stuff he went through. Having Doctor Doom in general makes sense for a better villain because obviously they're making a Fantastic Four that kind of sets up like they could just say they took him down and then whatever happened, say they had him like in some shipment container like the first film they done and they'd randomly gets out and that's when he becomes Billy Big Boss. It works. I've been saying this before, like when Kang basically kind of disappears now. Sounds like they should just go Doctor Doom because it makes more sense. Having oh my god, I can't speak. Robert Downey Jr. It can work because of the multiverse stuff. But see if they go with the Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom for it all. Imagine the scene where like Tom Holland meets Doctor Doom. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. And is it a case of is Doctor Doom getting his own film? Or is it just he's been introduced as a villain throughout several films? Or
he's the next Thanos, basically. So this leads up to Doomsday, that the new film. I think that's the big thing they've got to do.
Yeah. He's gonna have the mask on the entire time, isn't he?
Yeah, he's never taken off.
Yeah. And I like that Marvel are kind of rewarding him for his service, rewarding him, you know. And giving him another big role. Yeah, no, I'm open to it. But yeah, I think that meeting with Tom Holland, I think you're spot on. There's problems there.
I will really struggle to see him as not Tony Stark. I know that I will, because I still do the same with Daniel Radcliffe. I still see him as Harry Potter. So it's just one of the things. I think he was in the universe for too long, and it's not enough time yet. Don't tell me how long it has been since Endgame. Fuck off, Lee. But yeah, I don't think it's been long enough for people to forget Tony Stark and Robert Downey Jr. are literally one and the same.
I have another theory about why they're bringing him back. is because, so see after like, obviously if you're, no what, fuck yous, if you're not seeing the Endgame, then fuck yourself. Although he dies in the Endgame, right? I think they brought him back because he kind of went on a major loss with films like Doctor Dolittle. Although he did kind of do well with Oppenheimer, but he wasn't like a main character in a way.
Yeah.
So like the films he was doing, they were kind of going. It was basically just it was going downhill, and so was Marvel at the same time with the multiverse films like the Doctor Strange film, Multiverse of Madness, the She-Hulk TV show, and I think that's the reason why they brought him back is because it'll just go straight back up. Because look, how many people have reacted about him playing Doctor Doom? Like that's all on my feed now.
Yeah.
I don't think it makes sense
Yeah.
for them to do.
Yeah.
He'll deliver. He will absolutely deliver, and that'll do so well. I think it's a good choice and a good reward for him.
It's kind of ironic. It was like see how DC with the Dark Knight, right? The Dark Knight where like Two-Face is quote like what was it? It was like the longer you're the good guy, the more you become the villain kind of thing. I can't remember the actual quote. Someone's got to say it anyway, but that quote, it's like kind of ironic that DC kind of said that quote and now Marvel are actually kind of doing that as a film, franchise now, whatever you want to call it, trilogy. It's ironic. Stealing the ideas for DC again, Marvel. Shame on you. Just saying.
Well, that's the other one. Will DC ever recover after all the Zack Snyder fun and all that? Which is such a shame because there's so many rich characters there, and
Well, they're getting
hard to come back.
The Superman film they're making.
What?
So James Gunn.
Who plays Superman?
It's they posted a picture of the suit. It looks great. It does look good, but it is James Gunn. It's got DC now, so he can do whatever he wants. So I've got faith in him because he did the Peacemaker TV show. That was big. But with this full revamp, I'm kind of annoyed that Henry Cavill's no back. Although, the Wolverine and Deadpool, that was great. I forgot to even mention that part.
Oh yes, Thing of Beauty.
That's the Marvelous Mrs. Maisel is going to be playing Lois Lane.
Wow,
that would be brilliant.
Who's that?
Have you not seen the TV show Marvelous Mrs. Maisel?
No.
On Amazon. Oh, it's brilliant. It has me in stitches all the time, and I think the storyline is just like flawless. I think it's brilliant. But she's playing Lois Lane in the new Superman film.
But yeah, Lee, you're spot on. David Cornsweet is indeed Superman. I don't know what he's been before.
Nicholas Hoult is playing Lex Luthor.
That's a pretty good cast.
No, I don't know who half of these people are they.
So it looks like DC are just doing a full revamp.
Nathan Fillion is in there. Oh my goodness.
Oh, that'll keep Lee happy. he loves Nathan Fillion.
Oh, he's the man. He is absolutely the man. Anyone who's a fan of Firefly and all that kind of stuff, Nathan Fillion. He's just a gent. Lovely guy.
There's the next main thing for Marvel they're doing another Daredevil Wolverine the Daredevil TV show. I was going to say Daredevil and Wolverine for some reason.
I thought you were going to say they're doing another Firefly because they've got the rights now.
Oh,
it could be done.
It
could be done.
Nathan Fillion would be up for that.
That would go down so well. Obviously, you can't have the original crew, but even some sort of spin-off, I think would do very well. I know you haven't seen too many Fireflies, but
keep falling asleep.
But yeah, we'll see.
So they're making another Daredevil TV show, and it's called Born Again. Obviously, because Netflix done the Daredevil TV show, and I think that was the only successful Marvel TV show that Netflix ever did. And I don't know if this is all going to be the same. I don't know if it's all got to connect into one story with the Netflix stuff, or this is just going to be a reset. Because they confirmed John Berthel as the Punisher. He's coming back for it. And obviously so is Charlie Cox. There's got to be like a villain in it or something. only know White Tiger was because they done like the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon, like as a Wayne, and like seeing that character, I was like, that's a pretty cool character. And now it's like kind of cool to see it new live action. I know that sounds pretty dumb because every Marvel character is now live action, but seeing one it's like your mainly actual kind of like, it's pretty cool.
Nice. Nice. Have you ever seen John Berntal's podcast?
No, but I just seen the clip
No.
of it. I just seen one of the clips. He had
Yep.
the lassie for Daredevil on it, and she was talking about like D&D,
Yes.
like how to play Dungeons and Dragons and that sort of stuff.
Woohoo. One misses. But he also interviews like cast of like The Walking Dead when they were around,
Oh, right.
and talks about all the gossip and stuff on the set. There was like a near mutiny on the Walking Dead when they changed the director and all this.
No, I need to watch this.
It's good. It's good when watching two actors just talk like just really raw about their material and their performances. Yeah, it's well worth it. Especially I can't remember the name of the actress, the person that played who's the lead character in The Walking Dead?
Michonne.
No,
Female.
not Michonne, the sheriff.
Oh, she Rick.
Rick's wife,
Oh, Laurie.
So he has a conversation with that actress, and forgive me, I can't remember her name. Can't remember anything at the moment. But it's well worth a watch just to find out how kind of what happened on set, but also like how tight they were as a group. There was proper like battle lines drawn, and everybody was looking out for each other. And yeah, well worth a look. It's on YouTube, I think. Yeah, worth a look for sure.
Need to look into that one because do you know who would be a cool guest for them? Well, for John Bernthal to get on is see the lassie did Andrea with The Walking Dead.
Okay.
Because mind how they keep like also in the comics she's meant to be the next lover for Rick, but obviously she's killed off super early in the show, and I'm sure she had a lot. She was meant to have like a contract agreement with them, like you've not meant to die, but we're just gonna kill you off anyway. I kind of want to see that sort of stuff, like what actually happened during set of that.
Exactly. Yeah, it was such a phenomenon at the time. But yeah, proper behind the scenes, there was some serious shenanigans going on. They were looking out for each other. Yeah, I remember Andrea getting killed off in a kind of some way. I'm sure they'll talk about it.
I forgot how big The Walking Dead really was back in the day. Like, go on, man.
Oh,
Loved
it.
You've got the spin-off now, haven't you? The Dixon storyline.
With how many spin-offs has there been now? Like
3, 4.
Fear the Walking Dead. That other one.
The other one.
Those Who Live, The City That Walks. Yes.
Yeah, but I definitely watched the Daryl Dixon because Norman Reedus.
Aye, but this is this might right. I'm a bit confused with that one because did they not right? So is this season 2 for Daryl Dixon?
No,
not sure. Not sure.
Because I remember they already did a season 1, but see when they advertised it, they're just saying what was it? The way they worded it was like this is the first season. I'm like, but you've already done a first season. So I'm a bit confused.
May have been delayed.
It is season 2, yeah.
Yes.
You're right.
The way they're advertising it's like season 1.
Yeah, I think it's because it was quite a while ago.
Still don't understand how the hell Daryl Dixon ends up in Paris, but I'm sure that's all explained.
They explain it in season 1.
No, so season 2 premiere is September 29th this year.
Season 1 has been.
So there must be just some thing for the UK then, because now TV are saying it's got to be released in August, so it must be just season 1. Or maybe there's some, I don't know. UK are always like kind of behind with that sort of stuff.
No, not sure. Thank God for Googling.
We've got one last segment, right, and this has got to be the rest of the film news, right? So this is just it, and it's been happening recently. And the one big thing that I wanted, second big thing to know is David Lynch, who obviously like created The Elephant Man, Twin Peaks, Dune, Eraserhead. He's now got a condition called emphysema. It means he can't.
Emphysema.
Aye, so he can't get out of the house now. because he's
Oh, bloody hell.
so they said something about like if he catches COVID, he's done for. So
Done.
what he quoted here says he can't leave the house, he can't direct in person, but he said he will do it remotely if it comes to it. So yeah, it's
Oof.
imagine that. Like,
So does he have a project in the wings, or before he got diagnosed with this, or?
I think he did have a project in the works. I'm sure because I remember seeing something he was doing was in production, but I don't know what it was called.
He's a visionary director, I think is one way to put that.
Yeah.
He's interesting. Wow. If you ever get a chance to see Mulholland Drive or
Twin Peaks.
Naked Lunch as well.
No, Mulholland Drive
But
was
yeah,
Fincher, was it?
David Lynch. But yeah, they've got he's got some very interesting ways of telling a story. Roundabout, you could say. Very different.
Elephant Man obviously is definitely one of his interesting ones.
Not seen it.
Elephant Man, yeah.
Anthony Hopkins and John Hurst is the Elephant Man. What a great film.
Yeah, I love Anthony Hopkins. Absolutely, sorry, Sir Anthony Hopkins.
Oh, I saw Anthony Hopkins.
Just phenomenal actor, and that has not stopped, and will keep going.
He actually has a TV show coming up.
Was it? Yeah.
Sally, you ever seen Elephant Man?
Just checking.
No, I've not seen it.
Many years ago.
I've
Many years ago.
not seen it. Oh no, it's Jackman.
Oh, there you go.
No, I'm not very good at watching films. Like if people tell me to watch a film, then I'll give it a go. But yeah, I tend to stick with the same stuff over and over again. I'm a bit of an
Sally, can you say that again for the film podcast that we do?
You give me films, I watch them, do I not?
I mean, yeah, but
And I watched the right one. I watched Trainspotting. I didn't watch Trainspotting 2.
that's true. That is very, very true. I wonder who done that.
You never go to the cinema yourself or watch a film or anything like that?
No, I've got 4 kids. I went to the
This is true.
cinema to watch Endgame by myself. But yeah, I don't get time to go
True.
do things
No,
like that.
that's
So
Actually, I had a weird experience watching Deadpool and Wolverine. So I thought, what was it? I thought, "Oh, I'll go see it like early doors." Every showing was like sold out, and this was on Saturday because like the UFC Manchester was like 3 a.m. for us, and I thought, right, well, I need to go to sleep and watch the fights. So I thought, well, I could just stay up and stay up. So I went to the 1 o'clock AM showing, thinking, oh, like there'll be spaces, like there'll not be a lot of people. It was sold out, and I was like,
oh no.
what sad bastard is going to go see Deadpool at 1 o'clock in the morning? And I'm thinking to myself, I'm
You.
that sad bastard. And I was so tired, and I was like, why have I done this to myself? And do you know what happened after I got in the house? I didn't watch UFC. I went straight to my bed. I was like,
Oh no! No way!
but at least I seen Deadpool,
Double
so it's all
whammy.
good. I'm never doing that again. This is a big. But this may sound so stupid to you, right? But I'm excited for this film, right? So you know how Saturday Night Live, the SNL sketches. So
Yeah.
they are making a film about Saturday Night Live. The reason why I'm excited for this is so they made a book, and obviously this is relating to like the 70s, like 1975. That's when Saturday Night Live was a big thing at the time. So there was a book, and it was called Crazy and Wild Guys, and it was like basically about your big actors like Chevy Chase, Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, John Belushi. So they made a book, and it was talking about all these actors, even Eddie Murphy. They were going back to the 80s and all. So it was like kind of cool to read that book and knowing like I didn't know how many so much actors were on drugs at the time. Like I didn't know anything of this. I was like, this is insane.
Oh my God.
I just thought Hollywood was a magical place. It was magical in other ways. That's surprising. So I was like kind of surprised. Like it was saying about Chevy Chase was like cokehead in that, and I'm like, I like this guy's movies as a child. I don't want to know this. So they're making like a biopic of Saturday Night Live, and it's like maybe about the first live showing, and it's like maybe about like how like historic it was and how mental, like behind the scenes, how crazy it was, and like so like they've got a great like cast for it. So they've got Nicholas Braun, who was Greg in Succession. I don't know if you have seen Succession at all.
Oh, I haven't, but I've heard it's amazing.
It's good. I watched that recently and I was like, holy shit, it's great. So he's playing
Okay.
Jim Henson, and if you seen what he looks like, you'd be like, yeah, he kind of looks like the Jim Henson kind of type. They've got a guy, no actually known. He's called Matt Wood. He's playing John Belushi, and like the way his hair is and beard, he's like, yeah, he's definitely looks like John Belushi as well. They've got a guy, I've never heard this guy, I know, Corey Michael Smith. He's playing Chevy Chase. They have the casting down to a T. Like on the trailer, you just see like the way Chevy Chase walks in, and it's like you can't tell that's not a lookalike. So it's one of the films that I'm really excited for. I think it comes out in October as well. It'll be great.
Yeah, I'll watch the shit out of that. Absolutely.
As long as they have the iconic stage, the actual fight they had was Chevy Chase fights Bill Murray. Don't know if you know about that story.
I'd pay to see it.
It was during the time Chevy Chase was like basically like the big shot, like when he made all these films at the time. I think he was like the very first comedian, like Saturday Night Live actor to do that sort of stuff. And Bill Murray was like kind of sick as shit, and they had like this Hollywood, like they call it the Hollywood fight, which was like they just punch people in the stomach, but they don't touch the face. And I thought it's a great story to hear.
Yeah. Has it got a title? Just Saturday Night Live?
It's just called Saturday Night. Saturday Night, that's it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll look out for that.
I thought it was a horror at first. I don't know why, like Saturday Night sounds like a horror film to me compared to just a biopic. But it's gotta be good. So Sally, what was your film choice for next episode?
Arrival.
That was it. I literally cannot find the list on what I wrote. What did I pick? Oh, so Sally's picked Arrival, which has obviously got Jeremy Renner.
Yeah.
And I've just picked Shaun of the Dead because it's just turned 20 this year. So if Lee's still watching, he's probably doing jumping jacks now because I've said we'll watch Shaun of the Dead. But that's literally is for the episodes. I mean, if you're listening on Spotify, go and follow us on Instagram, Twitter, or X, you want to call it. TikTok as well. We're on TikTok, which for some reason I completely forgot, although I made the video. And obviously Spotify. But that is all.
Yeah.
Bye bye, motherfuckers.
Thanks,
Awesome.
Logan.